Your small apartment does not feel bad because it is small. It feels bad because of 7 specific decisions, every one of them fixable today, without a renovation and without a budget. Here they are. The first mistake is furniture that fights the room instead of working with it. Most people scale down when space is limited and end up with rooms full of small pieces that create more visual noise than fewer larger ones ever would. The solution is counterintuitive. Scale up and edit down. One sofa proportion to fill the room properly rather than apologize for being there. One coffee table with visual lightness. Chairs that leave the floor breathing rather than claiming every inch of it. When every piece is scaled to the space rather than scaled to a fear of filling it, the room stops feeling like furniture storage. It starts feeling like somewhere to actually live. Scale is the single decision that changes everything else. The second mistake costs nothing to fix and changes everything. A single overhead light flattens every surface it touches, removes shadow, kills depth, makes a room look like a photograph taken with a flash rather than a place someone genuinely lives. The solution is layering. A floor lamp in the corner, a table lamp on the side surface, warm bulbs at 2,700 K throughout. Each source creates its own small world of amber light. And together they make the room feel alive at every hour in a way that one overhead fitting never could. Turn off the ceiling light tonight. Put a lamp on the floor. The room will tell you immediately that it has been waiting for this. The third mistake turns a practical solution into a visual problem. Open storage is accessible, efficient, and when every shelf holds everything that needed somewhere to go, one of the fastest ways to make a small apartment feel relentlessly demanding. The solution is a ruthless distinction. What is worth displaying stays. What is not goes behind a door, inside a basket, or out of the room entirely. The shelf that holds 12 objects is not storage. It is a problem wearing storage's clothes. The shelf that holds 3 objects, each one worth seeing, each one given room to breathe, is a gallery. And a gallery in a small apartment makes the room feel considered rather than accumulated. The fourth mistake is color chosen for safety rather than for the room. The warm neutral that coordinates with everything expresses nothing, and a room that expresses nothing belongs to no one, feels like no one, and never quite feels like home. The solution is one honest question. What color would make this room feel like mine? Not what color makes it look bigger. Not what color appeals to future buyers. What color, applied with conviction to every wall, would make walking into this room feel like arriving somewhere specific? That question, answered honestly and acted upon completely, turns a room that looks generic into a room that knows what it is. And a room that knows what it is never feels miserable to be inside. The fifth mistake announces every limitation of the room. Curtains hung at the window frame confirm the exact height of the window, the exact height of the ceiling, and the exact dimensions of everything the room cannot change about itself. The fix is absolute, and it costs almost nothing. Move the pole to the ceiling. Floor-length panels in a natural fabric, hung as high as the room goes, falling to the floor. This single change simultaneously makes ceilings feel higher, windows feel larger, and light feel softer. No renovation, no budget. One afternoon and one decision. And the room that announced its limitations now suggests something considerably beyond them. The sixth mistake is invisible until someone names it, and then impossible to unsee. Every covered horizontal surface in a small apartment becomes a source of ambient visual load. The low-level, continuous cognitive demand of a room that contains more information than it needs. The coffee table with 7 objects. The kitchen counter holding everything without a home. The bedside surface functioning as charging station, archive, and depot simultaneously. Each surface manageable alone. Together, in a small apartment where all are visible simultaneously, they produce a room that never stops asking something of you. The solution is one specific act. Choose the surface that matters most to you and clear it completely. Not reduce, clear. One object if you must. Live with that cleared surface for 1 week. The experience will make the rest of the fix obvious. The seventh mistake is the one that makes all 6 others worse, and the one almost never identified as a design problem because it shows up not as a wrong decision but as the absence of a right one. A room without an anchor has no single element that organizes everything else in relation to it. The furniture might be correctly scaled, the lighting layered, the surfaces cleared, but without one thing the room is built around, it feels like a collection of separate decisions rather than one considered whole. The anchor can be anything. A sofa of sufficient scale and character. One piece of art significant enough that everything else is positioned to honor it. A rug that tells the room where it begins and ends. One plant that uses the height of the room with enough confidence to become its vertical center. A room that has decided what it is organized around has, in that decision, decided what it is. And a room that knows what it is never feels miserable to be inside. Seven mistakes, 7 fixes. None of them require a contractor, a large budget, or starting again. Scale, light, storage, color, curtains, surfaces, anchor. Pick the one your apartment is making right now and fix it this week. Subscribe for a new interior video every week. And tell me in the comments, which of the 7 is yours?